and it goes through here, and then the other part comes through here and connect to that, and then it has a little ring here like so. And we use them. It symbolizes thunder. A lot of stuff we have to use with rain and thunder, hoping that the rain and the thunder comes, to bring rain, because we need rain when we grow crops. We dry plant, so we depend on the snow and the rain to come. So a lot of these ceremonies, that's what they're about. And this bowl roll, you just spin it, and it goes woo, 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 woo. And that's what they make thunder out of. And they do have thunder sticks also. We'll talk about that sometime. But I'm going to try to make a couple of those for the show too. But what I have done, when I talked about the ant people, which I talk about at the show, what they are. They're a very amazing. I call them people. Some people don't call them people. Some people call them entities, but they're really not. They're people, but not people like we know, because they were here before any people were here. There was no people here when they were here. And a lot of these other entities were here and are starting to come back now, I guess with that stuff that's going on with orbs and stuff, and I'm not sure, Jersey or something like that. A lot of those are UFOs, and a lot of them are not. But you can tell, I can tell, because I've been dealing with them for 60 years, 55 years. I have pictures of a lot of them and videos that I really never show, but I'm starting to show them now at the shows, and talking about them and stuff like that. But I thought, okay, well, how can I make something that the people want to have about the ant people that nobody's made, because nobody's made anything about the ant people. That's why I drew some drawings, and I do have real pictures of real ant people, which I show at the show, and you figure, well, people think, well, how can they have, they're real things, just like anything you believe in. If you believe in something highly, like the great creator and stuff like that, then that's what you believe in. So you have to understand that these things have been around for a long, long time. It's just they don't come into your life. Each people have a different way of beliefs and different entities that they believe in and see that we don't see either, but people talk about them, like they're all kinds of different, not just Native Americans, but Mexicans and the blacks and the whites and the Chinese people. Everybody has some type of an entity that's been there or still is there with them, They just talk about them. Some people never talk about them, Some people are afraid to talk about them. But I noticed that people really started talking about the skinwalkers, and a lot of the people don't like to talk about them, but people are starting to talk about them, which is good. They need to know, because there's a lot of us that are passing away that keep this knowledge and don't pass it on to anybody. It's not the same as it used to be on our property, on our home. The children are not the same. God bless them all, and I love them to death, but there's a lot of things that they just don't understand and don't realize, and I wish they would, but times have changed. Technology has ruined a lot of people's lives, especially ours, and a lot of other people too, We used to be self-sufficient, and now we can't. We don't do that anymore. And there's still some of the youngsters that do. They go out there and they plant corn, watermelon, beans, peas, all kinds of stuff. We had cotton at one time, peaches, and we don't have that anymore. But we had all that. Grandpa used to make his own out of cotton, we file the things down like that, and he had a spinning thing that spun like that on his legs, and which I still have those things that he had. So anyway, I was talking about the ant people. So I thought about, well, how can I make something with my hands that I can't make, but want to make something? So I decided I'm going to make what's closest I know to an ant person and make a necklace out of it. So I searched around for a few years, and I finally found these. these right here. And these are actually ants. They're ants, and you can see they go in a garden. You know, you set them down on leaves or whatever, and this one's drinking water. They're all drinking water. They're all the same. Okay, they sit down like that. So I thought, well, how can I do this? And, you know, I'm an artist. I figure things out. So I figured I can heat them up and rework them again, which takes a lot of work. This is brass. It's not real strong, but it's still, as small as they are, it's pretty hard to heat them and bend them. And then you have to file them down. See, so I take a file, and then I have to cut this away from the mouth with file, like so. It takes a long time, and then cut his hands away from this jug, unless I'm making the one with the jug. And then, see, this is the bottom of his body, and this is the front. His eyes are right here. So I have to turn everything around this way. And these are his antennas, so I have, and make his head come down, and his arms come down, and his hands fold in, and his legs still bent there. I have to make these legs straight. So it takes a lot of work, a lot of filing, and a lot of sandpapering. So after a few of them making them, I thought, okay, so finally after a while making them, I made them like this. This is the same thing. You see this ant right here? That's him. Everything has changed. See, his back legs are not there, they're straight now. His hands are all different than the other hands. His head is over there and not drinking that pot no more with the water. Everything has changed. His antennas has come down. And then I have to sand him also. He's not as bright as that anymore, so he looks really nice. And then I have to make the hands. But each one of these that I make are different. I don't have any. I have some, but I put away. But each one of these are